Okay, so let's take a look at concatenation and repetition. This is 6.7 in the textbook. Now, this is actually fairly straightforward as well. Essentially, we're saying what happens when we add and multiply things or sequences. So let's take a look at this by basically we're going to use, I think, the let's go ahead and shift enter. Let's go ahead and try C. So text is equal to hello. So there we go. We've got our text is equal to hello. So let's go into this terminal and we're going to work in here for a second. So we've got our text. It says hello. If I were to do text times 2, we get hello, hello. Text times 3, hello, hello, hello. Now this works, by the way, just as well for lists as well. Apple, comma, banana times 3, apple, banana, apple, banana, apple, banana. Right? So you can do repetition operations with these, although I should mention that it is not necessary. It is not an operation you can swap. Well, call me a liar. It is an operation you can swap around. I didn't think you could. Okay, so let's go ahead and just test that out for strings. Yeah, okay. For some reason I thought that would give me an error, but hey, I learned too. Okay, so we've got our text over here. It says hello. We can do things like that. We've also seen that we can concatenate text by basically saying, by basically doing addition, text plus, let's go ahead and say text is equal to text plus world. Now notice I had said strings are immutable, but what I'm doing here is I'm not changing the string. I'm changing the value that gets stored in text, right? What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking text and I'm going to be and let's see, I'm going to be running this and hello world. So I'm taking what's stored in text, which is hello. We evaluate text in true hello, add space world to it, store it into text, and print out text. So addition, fairly straightforward. And it works actually fairly straightforward with our lists as well, right? Let's go ahead and print out one. Let's go ahead and print out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus. So if we add those things together, it's not going to do like any kind of vector addition. He couldn't. They're different sizes anyway. But what it will do is just simply glue them together. It's going to concatenate them together like you'd expect them to do, which is really cool. If we were to do this, if we were to add these things together, let's see what happens. So if I'm adding a string to a list, can only concatenate strings to other strings. Same thing with a list, right? You can't, right? If I try to add a number to this list like this, 3, that doesn't change that. Let's go ahead and just also clarify one thing, one assumption that you might be making over here. Right? So if I do 1, 2, and I do my list plus 1 over here, this shouldn't change my list, right? Because we evaluate my list to 1, 2, and we say the list 1, 2 plus the list 1, glue them together, and then we don't do anything with it. It's a completely new list. We'll be using a separate operation called append to add to lists. Okay, and